Hey, you guys, Badboydolls, BBD.
Advent Calendar Day 9 is brought to you by Bayangs.
I don't know. As soon as I seen this doll at the doll shop, I was like, she gives big Karen energy. Like, can I speak to your manager? Please, I need to speak to her right now. Right now. Yes. Go get me the manager. Stop recording me. Stop. I don't know. As soon as I saw her, she just gave me big Karen energy. And I was like, I don't know. Like, are me and Karen going out? Like, we definitely are. So here we are. I purchased her for $55 at my local doll shop. I don't know if you guys have one in your community, but definitely get on Facebook Marketplace. Definitely get on like one of these websites and find a local doll store. They are so good, especially if you want an American Girl doll for a very, very cheap price. I paid $50 for her. They actually gave me a deal when I got there. They were like, oh yeah, if you want, I'll give her to you for a cheaper price. I actually was there the week before and I purchased another doll. So I was like a repeat offender. So I think that's why they gave me the discount. But honestly, nonetheless, I'm not upset. I found this on my I am actually located in the New York area, the New York tri-state area. And I found this on Facebook Marketplace. There's this store in Long Island called Debbie's Doll Corner, and they have a whole bunch of American Girl dolls. So if you can make your way out there, definitely make your way out there and definitely go ahead and purchase yourself one of those dolls. Y'all know the process over here. I normally wash my doll's hair, and I like to give them a nice scrub down. For this doll, I did it backwards. I started off by scrubbing her body down nice and good, nice and good, because I don't know, as soon as I picked her up off the shelf in the store, I was like, ugh, you need to be cleaned. So here I am just cleaning off Karen. Yes, that is her official name. I did name her Karen. She just has the cut in the bayang. Like, you cannot deny the cut in the bayang, okay? That is Karen. Karen maxed out. So there we go. Karen maxed out is just Karen in my collection. I can't wait to share my updated collection with you guys. I think I have a very, very more diverse amount of dolls because I've been adding to my collection recently. And I love all my new dolls. I really, really do. So can't wait to update you with all my dolls, but let's get back into Karen. So me and Karen, we went on our little adventure at Debbie's Doll Corner. I made my way back home with her, and I just decided to, you know what, let me just get into cleaning her off. She did have a little bit of fingernail polish, and you know what I think is so good about the magic eraser? It gets all of that off. Like, it gets everything. Like, it gets the nail polish. Sometimes they get the marker marks, you know. One thing I've noticed a lot of people use on their dolls, I don't know why there's like a general consensus among kids to use like an orange or like a red or like a highlighter on their doll, but they normally do. Now, I will say it don't get that off. I don't know why, but it doesn't get that off. But it normally gets everything else off, and the magic eraser is also really, really good for cleaning the eyes. If you want to just give them a nice little brush over, that works very, very well. She's a little bit of an older doll, so another thing I did do off cam is I took a Q-tip with just like a drop of alcohol on it, and I wiped her eyes off with that in a circular motion just to get them to shine nice and bright, because I noticed at first when I got her, her eyes were a little bit dull. So I used that alcohol to really clean her up nice and good to get those eyes to shine, because I said it in one of my other videos, I'll say it again, I like it when my dolls have shiny eyes. I don't know, like, they just seem like they gleam a little bit better. They look at you a lot nicer. It just works out better in the end. So after I went ahead and gave her a nice wash, here I am really trying to get in her mouth. I hate it when, like, I don't know what kids do with the white stuff in the mouth, okay? I don't know what they be doing, but I normally get a little toothpick. I break off a little piece of my magic eraser, and I just try and really toothpick my way around all of that white stuff and really just, like, get it in and get it out. If some of the lip makeup comes off, I personally am not, like, the biggest fan of the lipstick on the doll, so I don't really care, honestly. I'd rather a clean doll than a doll with a couple lipsticks on it. Like, that's just me. So here I am just going ahead and trying my best to get that cleaned out nice and good, or at least as nice as possible. After my little magic eraser fell off, I think I just ended up using my toothpick to really get into those corners. And as you can see, she has a very nice smile back. She has her little buck teeth showing. So let's get into this crazy Karen cut. So with Karen, I did not want any water to get in her eyes because she is an older doll. I think she's number 32 to be exact. And I feel like with the older dolls, they have different eyes or different eye construction, and you really don't want to get water in them. So I tried my hardest and my darndest to not get any water in them. I started with my lukewarm water. Don't forget, don't use hot. Don't use like super warm. Just use a little lukewarm and some dish detergent, and just go ahead and give her a nice scrub, a nice little wash. And that's what I'm doing here, is just scrubbing her hair nice and good, so that that blonde can be super duper blonde again, and so that Karen can look like the baddie that she's supposed to look like.
Um, I like once again have been in this whole era of just like making each and every single one of my dolls look absolutely perfect, like down to the T, almost like one of the dolls from the commercial. Like, I don't know, it's just been my newest obsession. I love it so much, so that's what I've been into. And here I am going ahead and brushing out Karen's hair, just making it nice and sleek and nice and straight. Okay. I will say when I first got Karen, she did have a lot of shedding and a lot of breakage, so that's why I really wanted to just go in, brush it, get it all out. Whatever breaks off, whatever keeps, and then we can just be stuck with whatever's left over and, make do with whatever we have left. And my little towel method worked really well for not really getting water in her eyes. I will say it got water on her eyes, but normally as soon as I'm finished washing the hair off cam, I normally blow into their eyes like you would whistle. You just oh, I got so much on the screen. Oh my gosh. But you would do that. And that's normally how you get your doll's eyes to be, dry again, or some people say blow dryer. I'd be afraid to put blow dryer on their eyes because I do not want to melt their eyelashes. That's just me. But here I am finishing off the drying process of Karen's hair. And then shortly after, I'm going to go ahead and use my small flat iron. I've been trying to use some new tools as far as my AG dolls go, because I always use my curling iron. Like, that's my go-to whenever it comes to giving my dolls curls. I just always use my curling iron, give them clips, blah, 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 and make curls. But for Karen, I said, you know what? Let's whip out the little flat iron and give her a nice little flippy under and make her look super duper cute. I think personally in the end that she looks better than she does right now. So that's just me. I do think it looks nice at the moment, but I don't know. I wanted it to be like, once again, perfect. Also, when I got her, her hair was in pigtails. So that's another thing. And I also took out these earrings. She came with these little yellow earrings that I just took out simply because I knew that they were getting caught in her hair. It was stressing me out. So let's just get deep into this hair. Did I plug in my curling iron yet? There we go. I need a sippy break. Okay, there we go. So I plugged in my curling iron. I put it on the lowest setting, which I believe on this one is about like 230 or almost 200. No, it's 250. My apologies. So put it down to 250. Didn't really want to burn her hair or anything. I really just wanted to give it a nice little bump and keep it as sleek as possible. So here I am taking little sections and just kind of going over it to get those flyaways to stay down. Also, her hair is completely wet, or not completely wet. I did towel dry it, so it's kind of semi-wet, which I think sometimes when your doll has a lot of flyaways, that really does help, to get this hair to kind of really stay the way that you want it to. And do you see how I have this little hand motion where I'm like going over the flat iron and then kind of rolling it around my hand? Make sure you do that when your doll has a straight hair like this, because that'll help for the hair to, I guess, kind of remain straight and not really have a curl, but more so have like a little tuck underneath. I love it when the dolls have a nice little tuck. So I'm just trying to keep that tuck and keep her in her most original, state as possible. I did go over the tops and do the tops first, but then after a while, I kind of went through section for section and really broke it down the way that I thought I should, just so that I can get as best of a result as possible. And you'll see that as we go. And while you guys are sitting back and watching me straighten hair, you see me do this a million times. I do have a question for y'all. How do y'all feel about the older American girls? Like, and when I say the older American girls, I don't mean like the historicals, because they're old AF, but I'm talking about more so the truly me's. I guess numbers 1 through like 100, because I think, well, no, actually, let me scratch off those last 10, because I think they are the crazy hair ones. Let's just go ahead and pick those up and put them to the side. Let's talk about the very like natural, cute, simple eyebrow, feather eyebrow girls, because there was a conversation under one of my comments where people were saying that, they like the dolls with the feather eyebrows and, they miss the older eyebrows, which me personally, I do too. But I think honestly, when it comes to the older dolls, I've been falling down this rabbit hole of collecting the older dolls recently, because I don't know, I feel like they just have more quality to me. Like, every time I go into the AG store now, this probably sounds a little weird, but the first thing I normally do is squish the doll's face. And you're like, why do you do that? Like, that sounds insane. Because when you squish the doll's face, it squishes. And you know what that reminds me of? Our Generation. If you've ever brought an Our Generation doll, you can squish their face to all heck. And, like, it'll just squish and mash up. And I don't know, like, I've been doing it recently. And whenever I buy an older doll, like, like I said, number like 1 through 90, these dolls don't do that. Let that sink in. Like, these dolls don't do that. And to me, that's a very big tell on quality. Like, I don't know. I don't want to say that American Girl is cheapening their product, but they are cutting corners. And I don't know. It's not one of my faves. So For the moment, I am looking to purchase a few more older dolls, and I am looking to purchase a few more of the newer dolls. And look at her hair, it's coming out so nice. I love it, I love it, I love it. But yes, like I was saying, I'm just looking more into the older dolls because I don't know, I feel like these newer dolls, like, they're not hideous, they're not bad. Like, I think the new dolls are very pretty, and I do like where they're going with them aesthetically, but I do wish that that quality level was still there, you know, like that heavy doll with the heavy face, or at least a heavy head mold. Like, the arms and limbs can be skinny and you know, squish and all, but I don't know, I really like a thick doll head. I don't want to be able to squish it because that adds into the quality of it, you know. Some people were saying that the wigs aren't as good as they used to be. I'm gonna have to kind of agree with you guys there. Although I will say one thing I noticed over time with a lot of the older dolls is that those wigs are starting to very much shed, or be like how this doll's wig is, where it has a lot of short hairs. So I don't know. I feel like that's like a double-ended sword. You know, like it. Although, you know, they might be a little bit lesser in quality. At least they don't have a bunch of short hairs in them, okay? But back to the video, you know, my little rant about older dolls to the side. I wanted to pick out an outfit for her, and I thought I would put her inside of one of the older doll outfits that I did have. She did come in that outfit earlier, and by the way, I don't know if you remember those boots from earlier. So cute. I actually brought 2 dolls with those boots because I love those boots. But I did go ahead and put her in this little necklace thinking like, oh, you know, she's a Karen. She got an upgrade. She's going to a gala. Let me give her some better earrings. Let me make her look like a baddie, you know, Karen 2.0 in a sense, you know. She got her little hair. She got her little, you know, she's finna get a nice little outfit. She's a girly now. She's one of the girls. Like, she's a bad girly, a bad bitch, dare I say. But, you know, I'm just really excited with the outcome of my doll, is what I'm actually getting to. I think she came out very, very cute. Look at this lovely dress, okay? I also put this dress on Sage, but honestly, I think Karen might have eaten her up. Don't tell Sage I said that, but yeah, she's so adorable. She is just like so adorable. And look at those little shoes. They match very well with this dress. And in the end, this is how her hair looked. I do believe I went off cam and I cut it off cam. And did I show you guys the spray in this video? I still have not shown the spray that I used to make my doll's hair like nice and just like, it really helps with the flyaways. I keep finishing the hair off cam because, I don't know, as soon as I turn off the camera, you guys, like, it feels like the heat is on. Like, y'all are in the house now. Like, you need to look amazing at all times. But that aside, I guess I'll have to show you inside of my next video. But I was just really excited to share this with you guys. I did give Karen her flowers because she definitely earned them after her long overdue makeover. I think she came out pretty cute. What do you think? Let me know inside the comments down below. Yeah, and it was really fun filming this video. Here I am cleaning out her eyes again. I think after is when I really started scrubbing them super duper, because I told you guys I'm really into making my dolls look perfect, and I don't know, I just like really have been getting into that recently. And you know what, maybe I should update you guys with what she looks like now, because I did actually change her outfit. I did actually cut her hair, and I did actually spray her hair with another product just to make her absolutely perfect. So without further ado, this is her final look right here. Isn't she so pretty, right? And I did go ahead and purchase another doll when I purchased Karen, and that was this doll over here, not number 58, but number 47. I think number 47 is so cute. And I use this product right here whenever I want my dolls with a lot of flyaways to keep those flyaways down. As you can see here, I'm going to put a little bit of it onto her hair. You see that little smoky stuff? That's what it is. And you just kind of rub their hair down after. She had a few flyaways before, but now they're laying down very nicely because of this product. I normally go back, and shortly after I would brush their hair. After I brush their hair, I would go back and wipe their face down just so that it's not shiny or anything. But look at her. Isn't she so beautiful? Like, oh my God, little Miss Karen. She came out so good. I definitely recommend you guys find you a number 32 and giving her the best makeover of your life. But without further ado, bye!